Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name CarriersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. So such friends, I'll highly suggest you to watch our video, as they will be very beneficial for you in the long term.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of 9th of March. The session will be very important, so do to pay attention till the end. Also, I'll suggest you all to make notes because you will be learning multiple important current affairs for this day. Let's start. First is, which organization has issued guidelines for the transportation of dangerous and hazardous goods? First of all, tell me, these guidelines for transportation and dangerous and hazardous goods has been issued. So the correct option here is BIS, that is your Bureau of Indian Standards. Here you can see BIS has issued IS 18149 2023 guidelines for the transportation of dangerous and hazardous goods. Alright, this notification for him was issued by the Ministry of Consumer Affairs and Food and Public Distribution. Alright, the main reason or the sole reason behind this is that these have been introduced by BIS for the safe handling, packaging and transportation of hazardous goods in India. It will minimize the risk of accidents and potential harm to the people and the environment. So we can say, in order to safely handle those products, safely transport those products, for the same these guidelines has been issued. The primary objective of these guidelines standardize transportation practices and set a new benchmark for the safe transportation of hazardous materials. Alright, and these guidelines have covered the classification, packaging, labeling, marking, handling the documentation, training, transportation, emergency action. All these has been covered under these guidelines. If we talk about these products that we are saying that these can be what are these hazardous goods? First of all, the products, those are flammable, those are poison, those are radioactives, alright, that can cause any infection, alright, corrosive substances, those are your dangerous goods. Coming back, BIS has issued these guidelines. It is a national standard body of India. Who is the Director General of BIS? Pramod Kumar Tiwari. Where is the headquarter of BIS? It is in New Delhi. When was it established? In 1987. Next, who launched Swachhta campaign Remember, our Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has launched this Swachhotav. This Swachhta campaign was also known as Swachhotsav. Alright, Swachhotsav. This Swachhotsav was launched by whom? Hardeep Singh Puri. Alright, and it is a 3-week long women led Swachhta campaign. Alright, it is a women led Swachhta campaign. This was led under the mission Swachh Bharat Mission 2.0. Alright, this was launched under Swachh Bharat Mission 2 Urban 2.0. It is a women led campaign, Swachhta campaign, that is Swachhotsav, and it was launched by whom? It was launched by Hardeep Singh Puri ji. This particular Swachhotsav was launched on 8th of March, and we know 8th of March is known as International Women's Day. Alright, on this day only, on 8th of March only, this Swachhotsav or Swachhta campaign was launched by Hardeep Singh Puri. Alright, the aim here, or why do we observe this day or this Swachhta campaign? It is to recognize and celebrate the transition from women in sanitation to women led sanitation. Alright, I repeat, the aim is that to celebrate the transition from women in sanitation to women led sanitation. As a part of the campaign, a Swachhta Yatra will kick off from 10th of March and will conclude on 30th of March, which has been declared as the International Day of Zero Waste by United Nations General Assembly. Important thing, mark here, that a campaign or a yatra type or a march will be launched. It will be from 10th of March to 30th of March, and this particular yatra has been declared as the International Day of Zero Waste by United Nations General Assembly. Now the question can be asked that recently United Nations General Assembly declared a march as the International Day of Zero Waste. This march will be conducted from when to when? It will be from March 10 to 30th of March. Alright, or vice versa, the question can be asked here. Apart from this, 34 representatives from 24 various states will be traveling in 24 states and union territory as a part of this yatra. Alright, in this various self-help groups, various women's, alright, we will be taking part in this particular yatra. So coming back, this Swachhta campaign, that is Swachhotsav, was launched by Hardeep Singh Puri. It was launched on 8th of March, that is your International Women's Day. It is a 3-week program campaign that has been led by women. Alright, next. Fringex. As the name suggests, Fringex, this is an exercise that was held between which country? That is, it was held between India and which country? So India was a participant here. Apart from this, as the name suggests, FRNIN, so that means it was France and India. Here J stands for joint and EX stands for exercise. So India and France joint military exercise was recently held of Fringex, it was named, and this was the first edition of this Fringex exercise, that is a joint military exercise between India, or you can say between Indian Army and France Army. So between the armies of these two countries, we conducted an exercise, that is Fringex. Now another thing, question can be asked, that what is the location where this Fringex was held? So it was in Trivandrum, Kerala. Alright, here you can say the correct option is France, and it is the Fringex 2023, the first Indo-French joint military exercise. It was held in Trivandrum, Kerala. Alright, important, take a note. Here you can see the exercise intends to improve the interoperability, coordination, cooperation between both the forces. It will be from 7th on 8th of March in Trivandrum, Kerala. The theme for the exercise, and this is important, is humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations in a contested environment. This is the theme that you need to remember. For the first time, both Indian and French army engaged in the exercise, with each contingent comprising a company group. The largest ever contingent was fielded by Trivandrum based Indian Army troops and French 6th Light Armored Brigade. Next, next is second G20 GPFI meeting was held where? What is this GPFI? That stands for Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion. So remember, second edition of the G20 Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion meeting. It was held here. The second edition of it was held in Hyderabad. All right, in Hyderabad, Telangana, it was held. The second edition, it was for 2 days. It was from 6th to 7th of March in 2023. All right, important. Then India is hosting the prestigious G20 summit in 2023 as the country holds G20 presidency, and India is having the G20 presidency from 1st of December 2022 till 30th of November 2023. All right, next. One more thing you can remember here, friends. During this second meeting of the Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion that was held in Hyderabad, India and Italy, they were declared as the new long-term co-chairs of the GPFI, that is your Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion, with an unanimous support from the membership. The new co-chair has been chosen for a 3-year long term and it will commence in 2024. All right. Next is MOP. That is, what is MOP stands for? MOP is your Ministry of Power. So Ministry of Power has mandated that 40% of renewable purchase obligation for new coal lignite based thermal plants. I repeat, Ministry of Power has mandated that new coal or lignite based thermal plants either establish a renewable energy capacity that will be equivalent to 40% of the plant's capacity, or they have to purchase the same 40% of their amount as green energy under a renewable purchase obligation. I repeat, all those thermal power plants that are working on coal or lignite, either they have to shift to 40% of the renewable source of energy, all right, or they have to purchase 40% of the green energy under the renewable purchase obligation. All right. Apart from this, remember, according to the tariff policy of 2026 that was amended by Ministry of Power under the Electricity Act of 2003, to impose a 40% RPO for a new coal based thermal power plant to be installed commencing April 1st, 2023. All right, according to this tariff policy of 2016, it has been agreed that any generating company establishing a coal or lignite based thermal generating station with the commercial operation date of the project on or after 1st of April 2023 must develop renewable energy generating capacity. All right, that means, and why we are doing this, that we know that we want to shift to renewable source of energy, we want to reduce the non-renewable consumption of the non-renewable sources of energy as they create pollution, and this is the step that has been taken by the government or the Ministry of Powers, that almost 40% of the energy needs should be renewable energy, or they have to procure 40% of the green energy under RPO so that they can work. These thermal or these coal or lignite based power plants can work. Next we are talking about a report, that is UNICEF reports on undernourished and overlooked malnutrition in mothers increased by 25% in the crisis hit countries. See, we know malnutrition. What is this malnutrition? When the right amount of nutrients are not provided to the significant person. It can be any children, it can be a mother also. So during the time of pregnancy, the amount of diet that is required, the amount of nutrition that is required by the mother is increased. All right, but we are seeing that in various parts of the world, we are seeing that there is a huge crisis going on because of the rising prices of various foods, due to which the amount of food that is required in a day is not consumed by significant person, so due to which they are facing malnutrition. So if we talk about this only, as per the new UNICEF report that was undernourished and overlooked, a global nutrition crisis in adolescent girls and women. This report was released on 7th of March 2023, and the number of acutely malnutrition pregnant and breastfeeding women to be increased by 25% by between 2020 and 2022. That means number of such women has increased from 5.5 million to 6.9 million in 12 countries that were severely affected by the current food and nutrition crisis. And if you see, this data is from 2020 to 2022. That means it is the data between the COVID-19 when we saw the lockdown. All right, due to which we saw that our supply chain crisis was broken down. We saw that there was a huge gap in the demand and the resources or the production, due to which the 12 countries, if we talk about them, such as Afghanistan, Ethiopia, Mali, Nigeria, Somalia, Sudan, Chad, Yemen, they are facing huge number of malnutrition pregnant women and breastfeeding women, due to which they are seeing the 25% increase in such malnutrition pregnant women. All right, and it is a high, it is one of the things that we should be concerned about. And this report was released on 8th of March, that is your International Women's Day. All right, then here you can see, if we talk about undernutrition, we are seeing that there is a undernutrition in child also. Almost 73% of all the low birth weight infants and 74% of the children suffering from stunting live in South Sudan or sub-Saharan Africa, because people, they don't get their proper resources, because there is a lack of financial security there, their currency is also depreciated. Various reasons are there, due to which the people living in those area is are not able to properly get the right amount of nutrition for their body. And in case of pregnant women, they are not able to get the right amount of nutrition for them as well as their unborn baby. Next, Kotak AMC. AMC is your asset management company. So Kotak AMC has launched a digital campaign to promote digital literacy among women. I repeat, on 8th of March, that is your International Women's Day, Kotak AMC has launched a digital campaign called Digit All Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality. I repeat, Digital Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality. This is the name of the digital campaign that was launched by Kotak Mahindra AMC. This is to promote digital literacy among women, and the campaign calls for the digital inclusion of all with the hashtag include all. All right, the digital campaign features Kotak Group women employees sharing their stories about how they support and empower other women in their lives by teaching them digital literacy. So simple question, friends. What is the name of the campaign, digital campaign that was launched by Digital AMC to promote digital literacy among women? It will be Digit All. And for them, a campaign was launched, and for the campaign, a hashtag was also launched. What is the hashtag? It is hashtag include all. So simple information. Next, Adani Power. Adani Power Limited has amalgamated 6 of their subsidiary companies. If we talk about these companies, that means they have collaborated or they have amalgamated them. These 6 companies are Adani Power Limited, Adani Power Maharashtra Limited, Adani Power Rajasthan Limited, Udupi Power Corporation Limited, Raipur Energen Limited, Raigad Energy Generation Limited, and Adani Power Mundra Limited. Alright, on 7th of March, APL announced that it has amalgamated its 6 subsidiaries, including Adani Power Mundra with itself. Just remember this. Next, first cohort of Google for Startup Accelerator for Indian female founders concludes. I repeat, Google, that is an American multinational technology company, they have concluded the first cohort of its startup accelerator program for Indian female entrepreneurs. It launched its first edition of Google for Startups Accelerator Indian Women Founders. That was a 3-month program in 2022. The 3-month program included curriculum and engagement opportunities that address the issues such as network access, capital, hiring challenges, and mentorship. Here, Paul Ravindranath is the program manager of the Google for Startup Accelerator India. So, coming back, remember Google concluded their first cohort of the Startup Accelerator program for Indian female entrepreneurs. Question can be asked that which company or organization has launched a startup accelerator program for Indian female entrepreneurs? It will be your Google. This was a 3-month long program in 2022. Next we are talking about awards and recognitions. Our Union Minister of State Dr. L. Murugan has presented the 8th National Photography Awards in Delhi. Important. We are talking about the photography awards. All right. So, 8th edition of the National Photography Awards were recently presented by Dr. L. Murugan, as you can see him in the picture, and he is the Union Minister of States for Information and Broadcasting. In total, a total of 13 individuals were recognized in different categories, and this National Photography Award, this National Photography Awards are organized by Photo Division under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting to promote the art and technique of photography. Here, the themes you can remember that the 7th National Photography Awards were held in February 2019, and the category themes were: the theme of the professional category was life and water, the theme for amateur category was culture heritage of India. Alright, similarly, members of the jury for the 8th national, you can see there Vijay Kranti, Jagdish Yadav ji, Ajay Agrawal, Sanjeev Mishra. They were some of the jury of the 8th National Photography Awards. And where was these awards presented? These awards were presented in New Delhi. Next is British architect Sir David Allen Chipperfield has won the Pritzker Architecture Prize 2023. So question can ask me directly that who has won the Pritzker Prize 2023. So remember, Pritzker Prize is related in the field of architecture, and who has won this Pritzker Prize for 2023? David Chipperfield. Sir David Allen Chipperfield, a 69-year-old British architect, urban planner, and activist who has won this Pritzker Architecture Prize 2023. And remember, he will be the 52nd winner of this prestigious Pritzker Architecture Prize. Alright, apart from this, remember, $100,000 will also be provided to him with a bronze medallion. Next question: which is the best and cleanest airport in the Asia Pacific region? Recently, ACI, that is your Airport Council of International or Asian Council International, they have announced the winners of the 2022 Airport Service Quality Awards that recognizes the best airport for customer experience, for cleanliness, alright, and other various service provided by that particular airport. So recently it was your Indira Gandhi International Airport. Can you tell me where is this airport? This is Delhi's International Airport, that is Indira Gandhi International Airport has been declared as one of the best and cleanest airport in the Asia Pacific region. I repeat, it was your ACI, Airport Council International. They announced the winners of this Airport Service Quality Awards for 2022, and it is your Indira Gandhi International Airport of Delhi that has been declared as the best and cleanest airport in the Asia Pacific region. Alright, important. Next is, here you can see Delhi Airport named one of the best airport, or that is the best and cleanest airport in the Asia Pacific region. Next, Manika Saha has sworn in for the second term as the Chief Minister of Tripura. As you can see him in the picture, Manika Saha sworn in the for the second term as the Chief Minister of Tripura. All right. And if we ask who administers the oath of Chief Minister, it is administered by the governors. Then who appoints governor in the states? Governors are appointed by the president. All right, this is also important. Next, next is Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani has been sworn in as the Prime Minister of Qatar. I repeat, Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani has been sworn in as the Prime Minister of Qatar. As you can see him in the picture. All right, and he is another member of the royal family, Sheikh Khalid bin Khalifa bin Abdul Razi Al Thani. Remember, Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani has been sworn in as the Prime Minister of Qatar by replacing another member of the royal family, that was Khalid bin Khalifa bin Abdul Razi Al Thani. Next, if we talk about him only, he has been serving as the Prime Minister. He has been served. Next is Group Captain Shaliza Dhami is the first Indian Air Force women officer to head a combat union. I repeat, Group Captain Shaliza Dhami, remember the name? On 7th of March, Shaliza Dhami, Group Captain of the Indian Air Force, has been selected to command a frontline combat unit of force along the western sector. She is currently posted in the operation branch of a frontline command headquarters. She will be the first woman. She will be the first woman in the three forces, that is Army, Navy and Air Force, to command a combat unit. Alright, highly important. Mark this. If question can be asked, from which state does she belong? So she is from Punjab, from Ludhiana, Punjab, and she will command a missile unit near the India-Pakistan border in Punjab. The missile unit tasked with air defense possesses surface-to-air missiles. Alright, and remember Shaliza Dhami, as you can see here in the picture, she is Shaliza Dhami and she will be the first Indian Air Force woman officer to head a frontline unit. She has joined Indian Air Force in the year 2003 as a helicopter pilot and has over 2,800 hours of flight time experience. Next is ISRO. ISRO has successfully carried out the controlled re-entry experiment of the MT1 satellite. I repeat, ISRO successfully carried out an extremely challenging controlled re-entry experiment of the decommissioned orbiting MT1 satellite in the uninhabited area in the Asia Pacific region. Alright, in the Asia Pacific Ocean. Important. Alright, question can be asked that recently the entry of the MT1 satellite was where? It was in the Asia Pacific region. Alright, and it was a controlled re-entry that was controlled by whom? It was by ISRO. Then if we talk about ISRO, as Somnath is the chairperson, Bangalore, Karnataka is the headquarter, and in 1969 it was established. Next, International Women's Day. This day is important, friends. When do we observe International Women's Day? It is observed on 8th of March every year, and it is to recognize the achievements of women regardless their national, ethnic, linguistic, cultural, economic or political differences. Then there is a theme of it that you need to remember, and theme is important. Theme is Digital Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality. This is the theme that you have to remember for International Women's Day. Remember, during International Women's Year 1975, UN began celebrating 8 March as the International Women's Day. Alright, next is your Jan Aushadhi Divas. On 7th of March, we observe Jan Aushadhi Divas. And if we are talking about Jan Aushadhi Week, then it will be from 1st to 7th of March. This Jan Aushadhi Divas is also known as Generic Medicine Day. Here you can see it is also known as Generic Medicine Day. This Jan Aushadhi Divas that is observed on 7th of March is annually organized by Pharmaceuticals and Medical Devices Bureau of India under the aegis of the Department of Pharmaceuticals and Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. This Jan Aushadhi Divas or your generic medication day is on 7th of March. But if it is asked Jan Aushadhi Divas week or generic medicine week, it is observed from 1st to 7th of February or 1st to 7th of March. This is correct here. It is not 1st to 7th of February, it is 1st to 7th of March. Alright. Then the 5th Jan Aushadhi Divas celebrated on 7th of March under the theme Jan Aushadhi Jan Upyogi. This is the theme that you need to remember for the same. And the slogan here was Sasti bhi Achhi bhi. Alright. Sasti bhi Achhi bhi. The first ever, that is the first edition of the Jan Aushadhi Divas. When was it celebrated? It was celebrated on 7th of March in 2019 for the first time. Next is APGIS. What is this? That is your Advantage Andhra Pradesh Global Investor Summit. Alright, Andhra Pradesh Global Investor Summit. If you remember, in UP, Global Investor Summit was held in the month of Feb. Coming back, Andhra Pradesh Global Investor Summit concluded with 352 MOUs worth 13,05,000 crore rupees investment. I repeat, Andhra Pradesh Global Investor Summit concluded with 32 MOUs worth 13,05,000 crore rupees in the MOUs and in the investment. And apart from this, a total of 6 lakh jobs will also be created under this MOUs that has been recently signed. Alright, so we can say that in Andhra Pradesh recently Global Investor Summit was held. Here 352 MOUs were signed. In these MOUs, 13 lakh 5,000 crore rupees investment was attracted and almost 6 lakh job employment will be provided to the people living there. Alright, important. Here you can see that in energy sector, in various department of agriculture and animal husbandry, then in IT sector, in these all sectors you will be saying these MOUs were signed where employee generation will be conducted. So that's all for the day for current affairs, friends. Let's go for a quick revision. BIS has issued new guidelines for transportation of dangerous hazardous goods. Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has launched Swachhotsav, that is a women-led Swachhta campaign. Fringex, it is the first Indo-France joint military exercise held in Trivandrum. Second G20 GPFI meeting was held in Hyderabad, Telangana from 6th to 7th of March. Ministry of Power has mandated 40% RPO for new coal lignite based thermal plants. UNICEF has reported on undernourished and overlooked malnutrition in mothers increased by 25% in the crisis hit countries. Kotak AMC has launched digital campaign to promote digital literacy among women. Adani Power Limited amalgamated 6 subsidiary companies. First cohort of Google for Startup Accelerator for Indian female founders concluded. Next, Union Minister of State Dr. L. Murugan has presented the 8th edition of National Photography Awards in Delhi. British architect Sir David Allen Chipperfield has won the Pritzker Architecture Prize 2023. Delhi Airport named one of the best and cleanest airports in Asia Pacific according to 2022 ASQ Awards. Manik Saha has been sworn in as for the second term as the Chief Minister of Tripura. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani has been sworn in as the Prime Minister of Qatar. Group Captain Shaliza Dhami, the first Indian Air Force officer, women officer to head combat union, and she is from Punjab only, Ludhiana, Punjab. ISRO successfully carried out controlled re-entry experiment of MT1 satellite. International Women's Day on 8th of March, Jan Aushadhi Divas on 7th of March, and Jan Aushadhi Divas week from 1st to 7th of March. Andhra Pradesh Global Investor Summit concluded with 352 MOUs worth 13 lakh crore rupees investment. Now it's time for your revision. First, we are talking about High Seas Treaty. This is one of the historic treaty that has been signed by United Nations in order to conserve the marine biodiversity in the international waters. Next, BBC has honored Indian weightlifter Mirabai Chanu with the BBC Indian Sports Women of the Year Award for 2022. Next, IAF, that is Indian Air Force, has received the third squadron of the S-400 term surface to air missile defense system, and it was received by from which country? To India by Russia. Next is NTPC has won the CBIP award for the outstanding contribution in the power generation. All right, important. Next is your democracy report. India ranked 108th on the EDI and 79th or 97th on the liberal democracy index. All right, so on the electoral democracy index, the rank of India was 108, and on the liberal democracy index, the rank of India was 97th. Next, India's health ministry has recently received the Porter Prize, and remember this Porter Prize is awarded to Ministry of Health. The reason is because the way India's health ministry has managed the COVID-19, for the same they were honored with this Porter Prize for 2023. Next, NASA and SpaceX, they have launched a Crew 6 mission, and in this Crew 6 mission, in these 4 astronauts, remember, there will be a first Arab astronaut that will be going to International Space Station. All right, next. Friends, these were your revision current affairs. Now it's time for your homework. First, HUID number which was seen in news is associated with which element or product. Next, this is your hallmark unique number. All right, and you have to tell me for which product it is related to. Next, which institution has designed the advanced towed artillery gun system? Next, as per the periodic labor force survey for 21-22, what is the employment fraction in the farm sector? So these are your 3 homework question, friends. I hope you have understood the assignment. All you have to do now is like the video and comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. And if you want us to continue with such sessions, all you have to do is comment and like the video. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.